Hi Virgo, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for October 15th through November 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Guided Intuition. Love and support to her. Check her out. Show her some love and support yourself if you like what she has to say. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. All right, Virgo, what do we got? Harsh Truth for Virgo. All right. Harsh Truth for Virgo. Seven of Pumpkins, which is Seven of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Two of Wands. Ten of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Judgment. Eight of Swords. All right, so okay, so we got Cancer, Scorpio, or Sagittarius there. All right. So right now you two are in separation or in, Are you hoping that communication with them will lead to at least reopening the door? Because you're at the crossroads here. You're hoping perhaps that they're on board with working things out. What's this Page of Swords about for Virgo? What's this Page of Swords for Virgo? Five of Swords. Okay. What's this Two of Wands? This Two of Wands. High Priestess. So let's see, two. So right now it's like there's this sort of calm, or things are, I want to say the aftermath, but there's no drama. But it still feels like there's a negotiation going on. It still feels like there's still some wanting to decide on things. It says Ten of Swords. Perhaps things have ended and you're just wanting to move on. You're just like, you know what, I want to get to getting on. I want to just be beyond the drama here. I don't want to feel anything. I just want things to be over and done, and I'm out. And I think maybe your person is the one still hoping that you are going back and forth, deciding that you might not be as solid on this ending. And in actuality, it looks like maybe you both are still struggling. I mean, we got the Swords, the Cups, and the High Priestess here. Both of you are still kind of adjusting to this. It's not quite finished yet. What's this Ace of Pentacles about for Virgo? What's this Ace of Pentacles? Eight of Cups. Okay, maybe you're done. Or maybe they are. What's this Judgment about for Virgo? Empress. Ouch. Could be Taurus or Aries. This could be Pisces. What's this Eight of Swords about? Wrong one. Oops. What's this Eight of Swords about? This Eight of Swords. Virgo. Knight of Swords. You're done. You don't want this anymore. Well, I shouldn't say that. Hold on. What's this? You know what? Neither one of you know what to do. Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords. You're still fighting. Part of you's done, and then the other part, I think, might be secretly hoping for an epiphany, because I think it's almost like if this was salvageable, let's talk about that and let's see about that. But in your mind, it's almost like it's not, so you're already pretty much ready to be out the door. But you don't want you don't want it the way it is now. It's almost like, but you'd be open to something newer and better. And I think your person is really hoping that you will return to the fold and that you will want to. I think they might be trying to get out in front of this and to convince you, or to kind of do things that are not really like them, to do different things, to try and, wow you or impress you. I think they want to work on this. I don't think you do, unless it's going to be better than before, unless you can be shown or convinced that they mean it. I think you're looking to be saved from having to make the decision or the reality that it's really over for you. Because even if they could salvage it, you're going to be standing there with your arms folded across your chest and not really giving much anyway. You're going to be suspicious. You're going to be not wanting to open up because the trust has been broken here. So it's almost like your back's up against the wall, and for all intents and purposes, you're done and you're ready to march. But if there can be some way that you are able to be convinced to see out of this, you wouldn't be against that either. Like, you would be open to it. It's just that part of you is like, well, I don't think so. But then the more that they would try to convince you, the more you'd want to then there'd be something else you'd find wrong, or like, well, how long is this going to last? You can't keep this up forever. The real you's going to come out, and then what are we going to do? And you know what I mean? Like, it's like this person really wants you to just give them a second chance. They want to keep the door open. They really are hoping that the history and connection that you have will convince you to at least hear them out. They might not have a plan beyond trying to wow you and show you things. And it looks like you might be aware of that, and you're just like, oh God, for as much as I don't want to admit that I might want this second chance or with this person, I still don't think it's possible. And then it's almost like seeing that it would be possible would backfire, because it just make you more suspicious. Like, okay, that's usually not like how they are, so it's going to fall out sometime. The other shoe's going to drop. Like, this is not going to last. They can't have changed. They're just doing this because of the situation we're in. But 2 weeks from now, they're going to go back to being how they always were. So this is someone that they might be trying to give you your space, but as soon as you start to progress, they're going to be coming in like gangbusters, trying to talk to you, fix this. Wait a second. Hold on. Hear me out. Don't decide anything yet. Just, you don't have to leave the door open for me, but just don't shut it. You know what I mean? And you both are still not knowing what to do about this. I don't think you see any hope. So I think you're ready to just kind of be done with it and move on with it. But I think your person's trying to find a way to have things renewed or to start again with you. But I feel like we got 7 of Wands, 7 of Pumpkins, 8 of Swords, Knight of Swords. You're ready to, even if you don't want to. It's almost like if I may, you might be putting on a really good show and tough act. And part of that is your resilience. Part of that's you going, well, okay, got to get going because there's nothing for me here and I got to go. But I don't think you want it to end either. You just know that the situation being what it is, it has to. But there's still that part of you that if they're able to make a convincing argument, you'd be like, yeah, this Ace of Pentacles right here, okay, but it's like you feel like it's a long shot and there's just no way. And your person doesn't want you to take them back just yet. Just don't close the door. But part of it is because they need to find time how to figure out what they're going to say or how to fix this or how they're going to maintain this. And yet you've already got one foot out the door. I mean, it's like, but nobody wants to put the final nail in the box or whatever the saying is. And it makes me kind of sad, actually, because it's one of those things where you're like, well, I guess I'm just going to head out because there's nothing really for me here. And your person's like, but wait, just hold on a minute. Let's just think about this. Now, wait. And it feels like you don't want to go either, but you're feeling like, well, I can't stay here with it being like it is. We can't. I'm not doing that. part of I think the pain of it, or the sadness of it, is that there's been some good times, but it's not the most healthy. Like, I'm surprised the devil didn't show up here, because it feels like it's something that has the ability to keep drawing you back in, but it's not necessarily what's best for you. And I think your person is really hoping that that psychic bonding that you two have, that, you know, that connection, is what's gonna, that you don't, there's something about this person that you haven't really found with anybody else, and that both of you have talked before about, you know, I don't think I'm ever gonna meet anybody like you again, or I'm never gonna have this kind of, somewhere along the way it might have been mentioned, like, you know, I just, you and I, if we don't work out, that's it for me, or that somebody spoke of some kind of connection that was really strong, and that it was unlike any connection they'd ever had with anybody else before. So I think that part of them is relying on that to kind of keep you anchored to where you are, or not moving on any further. Because as it is now, there's been some kind of event or breakup, but you're still dealing with each other in some capacity, whether you're texting or something. You're still, both of you aren't out the door yet. So perhaps it's like, well, you know, maybe we should break up. I mean, that's definitely on the table if it hasn't already happened, but nobody wants to make the first move, or the final, have the final say. All right. Oh, this one. Okay. There's not much. The past, it's almost like, you know, don't remind me of the past. Show me what I can look forward to in the future, because if we're going on the past isn't much to go on here. For this person to really want you to stay, and yet you're ready to leave, who was benefiting, you know? Doesn't look like you were. And yet it's like, dang it, because the bond was strong. Like, the connection was there. But it... Okay, what else for Virgo? Queen of Pentacles could be Capricorn. But that's you. If you haven't... See, and I don't feel like this is you moving on. I feel like you're like, I just need to be left alone for a while. You just need to give me some space to think. I need to be able to take care of me and my own. Unto myself, you leave me alone. I need to reground my life, and I can't do it with you in it, or you looming over me with wanting to know about reconciliation. Can we try again? Can I forgive you? All that. I need time to think. And it's a damn shame, too, if I may, because you were quite the good partner. This is somebody who believes in... they make very good partners because they're very practical, and they're very stable and reliable and trustworthy. And they've got their eye on the future, which always ensures that the present will stay just as stable as they're planning for the future to be stable. So, what else for Virgo? Oh, thank God. I thought I said passing. The sacredness of pausing. So it says winter. So good. And we got the Queen of Pentacles here. And Pentacles, if I'm not mistaken, are the suit for winter. So, you know, yay. Because this is all about you probably through the winter, being unto yourself. I still don't feel like it's finished, though. Honestly, I feel like this is not over. I don't know if there's kids involved or extenuating circumstances, health or family, but this is still you not having fully left. You're by yourself, preferably so. I mean, you're asking for time at least, but neither one of you is putting the final nail in the coffin. There it is, that nail in the coffin. Halloween reference, fine. But because neither one of you know what to do, because I guess it needs to be handled strategically. There's not just emotions involved here too. There's some other things that need to be considered before you can put the final touches on things. And I think your person is hoping that that'll buy them enough time to eventually have you return. But that again bothers me, because here you are doing all the thinking and planning, and they're just hoping that you'll come back to them. Well, maybe you don't want to go back. Maybe you want to move forward. What's in the future for you? You know, like what are they offering for the future? Or they just want to get things back to the way they were. There was nothing working for you there. It was all about them. What else for Virgo? What's for Virgo? Yeesh. It says warning. Okay. If I can't be a good example, let me be a horrible warning. Yeah, consider this warning you then, I guess, that this is just, even though you both are on the fence, this if nothing else, Virgo, you really do need to move out, or at least get to where you can be unto yourself, to where you can take care of yours and your own, so you can have some clarity, so you can think. Because as long as they're coming in like gangbusters and either starting fights or kind of trying to, you know, have all these conversations where they won't leave because they want you to just give them another chance, or like they just constant barrage of text or communication, or showing up unexpectedly at your work or where you work out or walk or what, this constant unexpected presence, relentless, you know what I mean? You don't need that. You need your space to think. And this is, and it's probably because your person knows that if you do get the time to think, that you're just going to decide, you know what, I just don't see any way for us to, I'm sorry, the door is closed, I reached a turning point, they don't want to hear that. What else for Virgo? This would be what your person was. Well, okay, you feel like home to me. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We got Judgment and the Empress and the High Priestess. This is like, don't do anything yet. I got to come up with a plan to try and have you reconcile with me. So don't do anything yet. And you're like, what? Yeah, just give me more time to think about how to convince you to come back. You feel like home to them. You probably made a very nice home. Treated them well. You were kind. You were loyal. You were devoted. Perhaps they're realizing this too late because something has ticked you off and made you want to leave. Or just realize that there's nothing for me here. I can't keep doing this. I've got to cut this off. But it's dragging on and on because here they come unexpectedly doing all these unexpected things or trying for that. And you're getting to the point where you're like, I don't have enough strength to leave, but I know I shouldn't be here. But I need you to leave me alone so that I can think at least. And that's part of what's going to get you through this, is being able, and I think your person knows that, because as soon as you're able to get that alone time and think, and you get kind of grounded, it'll be that much easier for you to make those decisions you need to make. And I don't think your person wants that. I think they want to maintain a constant presence so that you can't really find your footing, and you won't be able to make those decisions that you are really wanting to have quiet time to think about. I feel like I've forgotten. Okay. Stand your ground. Just because you don't know what to do doesn't mean you won't. It means you just need some quiet time to think about it, but it doesn't mean, well, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to go back. Don't know what to do, stand your ground, but don't go back. Don't know where you're going yet, fine, but just stay right where you are, stand your ground. That's very Virgo. Probably a lot of confusion and uncertainty in the future, but you've got what it takes to weather that. You also are going to be, got quite a few friends and family around you that could help with that, but it might not feel like it right now, but you will have the help you need if you do decide to see this through. That's for Virgo. 5 of Cups. Yeah, I bet you're disappointed. And the Hangman reversed. Okay, so this is you. Okay. Take all the time you need. I mean, it's never easy, is it? But we've got 5 of Cups here. Sadness and disappointment, probably because you know that there's no fixing this right now. If nothing else, you have to be able to think either. You can't think either way. You've got to be able to get by like under yourself, by yourself, alone, so that you can think. Because you're letting emotions lead, and you're just disappointed and you're sad, and rightfully so. I mean, this is a huge relationship for you that's ending. There's sadness and disappointment and grieving, and you need time to be able to do that. You're not able to move on. You're not able to transition. You're not able to let things go while you're still kind of surprised all the time, and someone's trying to convince you to stay. And I mean, it's bad enough that you two are like, I don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do here. The best thing for you is for you two to, so that you can come up with your own solutions. And then if the situation warrants it, you two can, I'm not saying that for advice, but honestly, you both need to be able to be under yourself so you can think. And this person that keeps crowding you and coming in is not giving you the time to do that. I'm sorry. I know this isn't easy. I do hope that you're able to get the time to think, though. And you might decide that, you know what, okay, let's give this new start. Let's really try. And they have the best of intentions. You might decide. We got the warning here, and we've got needing to at least pause to think about it. So even if that is in the cards, right now it's not. What is you needing to get away from this situation to be able to think. All right. I hope this was helpful, Virgo. I hope you get that time to think about things, and I hope you and your person are okay. It's never easy, is it? All right. You keep your head up. Hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.